Welcome to Submist Environment Academy. My name is Said Abdul, and today I'm going to be walking you through SQL. I mean, download the MS SQL in the description above. So it's time to actually walk you through what SQL is all about, and let's dive in. So what is SQL? SQL simply stands for Structured Query Language. A query that is being structured, not just any query, a query that is being structured. So, and it's also a language, just as you have your own language. Like in Nigeria, we have three major languages. We have, aside from our lingua franca, which is English, we have Hausa, we have the Yoruba, and the Igbo language. All right. So, here in SQL, it's also a structured query language that we use to query or to extract information from the database. Alright, so it's a programming language used for managing and manipulating relational database. When we talk about relational database, it means database that are related to one another by a primary key. So it provides a standardized way to communicate with database and allowing users to store, retrieve, update, and delete data. So it is widely used in the field of data management and it's supported by many organizations. Alright, let's move on. So how do we use SQL? So we use SQL in database management system to store, retrieve, update, delete, manipulate, transform, and so on and so forth. So then when we talk about database management system, so it might be a new thing to you, but don't worry, it's very easier. So DBMS, which stands for database management systems, allow users to define the structure of databases. It allows you to create a table. Also, it also specify relationship between tables and also perform various operations on the data that you have stored in those database of yours. So it offers a set of commands and statements that enables user to interact with the data. So this command, oh you do this, oh you drop that one, I don't need it. So that is the work of SQL. So it allows you to write query to retrieve specific information that you need from a complex database. So, and it allows you to perform countless operations, different operations. So that is database, that's SQL for you. So everything you need for analysis and reporting. Alright, because database is so wide, so you cannot just pull all the data at once. You need the specific one that you need. So it is through SQL that you need to perform that activities. So imagine you own how do I call it, a supermarket, and you have thousands of products, right? So and you just need the sales for a particular product. Let's say you want to track the sales for, let's say, these products for peak. This product, for instance, you want to track the sales for this product. So you know the product ID of this product, alright? And you know the categories entails. So those are those things that you need to pull out the data of this thing from your database. So that is what SQL is all about. So it allows you to interact with data, and it will make you to write queries to retrieve specific information, perform complex operations for data analysis and reporting. So when you are analyzing that, you might be analyzing the number of those products that you've sold over time, maybe for a particular period of time, like within a day, in a week, in a month, in a year, in a decade, as the case may be. Then you can use it to report your sale. while reporting maybe to your boss or to stakeholders, as the case may be. Alright, let's move on. So when we talk about DBMS, there are countless database management systems. So you want to choose which one you love. So and if you're an organization that you've not gotten one, please, you need it. You need to have it. You need to have data analysis, data analyst, data engineer to create a database for your products. You need to track progress with data. So you can use MySQL. There is Oracle SQLite. We have MSQL Server, which is the one we're going to be using for this training. We have the PostgreSQL, we have the BigQuery, we have Azure, BigTech, many countless of them. You can see them. So now let's move to the next one, which is type of DBMS. So all this one that I see now, all these are database management system. Only slight difference. Their structure is still the same thing. It is just some slight differences that are there, just as we have in English and Pidgin. So they are close, but just some things. Same way in American English and British English, right? So just some little differences. The same way with all this thing. Okay, let's move on. So now, type of database management system. Types of database management system. So we have the relational database management system. So when we talk about relational, look at this picture now. Here we have some information. Like this is a table here. This is another table, another table, another table. You can see some wire, some lines that are connected them together. This table now connect with this one through this primary key, and this one primary key. Here also, you can see here. So this is what where this one and this one are related with this information. Then this table and this table, they are related with this same information. You can see this thing here and this thing here, they are almost the same. Let me see if I can make it wider. Alright. I don't know why the distance is not so clear. So this is, let's say this is sessions, participants, and the likes. So W session, W experiment, and the case, is it says or so ever, I don't know. So this, all this area are where they relate this one and this one. It is what bind this table together. They are related. This table and this table too, they are related. So database is just a collection of several tables. So then here, this one and this one too, they are related at this area. This one and this one, they are related. But this one and this one are not related. Now, alright, here also we have the movements. The movements is related to this table and also goes related to these two tables. So this one is related to 1, 2, 3 tables. Whereas this table is related to 2 tables, this and this. No, it's not this. This is also related to 3 tables. This table, and this table. But this one is related to just only 1 table here. And this one is related to 2 tables here and here. So this is how database is being structured. Don't worry, as we move on, you get to understand it better. Alright. Now, relational database management system represents a collection of related 2-dimensional tables. So when you say 2-dimensional, let them breathe. Yes, number table that you have in your Excel. Each tables are similar to an Excel spreadsheet with a fixed number of named columns. Now, the attribute or properties of the table and any number of row data. Then we have the non-relational database management system. So this one, they are not related at all. Just have it different. So when they are not connected together, so it's a non-relational database. But if they are connected together with a primary key, so they tend to become a relational database management system. Let's move on. So connecting a relational database system, we need to think we have the primary key and the foreign key. Now let's access this table, these two tables. Now we have the customer table and the agent table. Now in this customer table, now we have the customer code and the agent code, right? Well, in the agent table we have the agent code and agent name as the case may be. So now these two tables, now they are related by what? by the agent code in the customer table. This customer one, so it has customer code and agent code, but the agent table only has agent code, the agent name. So in this table now, this customer, you can know them, know this customer, this the agent name, you can know his code through this agent code. So they are related here now in this table now, in this table, because we are talking about customer, right? So the primary key here is the customer code. Why for agent now, the agent code is the primary key. Now here they are related by a what? By a primary key. Now this agent code and this agent code here, the two of them, you can see how they are related now. This agent 003 is here, So as a customer, you can see customer 13 and customer 15. But it's still this same agent that is a customer that has the customer code of 13 and customer code of what? Customer code of 15. No problem. So here the agent code is a foreign key. Why in this place the agent code is the primary key under agent table? Okay, let's continue. So then the SQL languages. So we have the data definition language, we call it DDL. So DDL statements are used to define and manage the structure of our database. So this is those data definition language that we used to define. Okay, I want to create a database. We are defining I want to create this database. Let me alter it. Let me change. This database I don't need anymore. Let me just delete it. So you can drop. Yes. So then you want to truncate, and you want to remove every data from the table. So it's not doesn't mean that you delete the table, you only remove the data from the table. Alright, so these are data definition language. So we also have the data manipulation language. So this thing in SQL language now, the first one is data definition language, the second one are the data manipulation. When you say manipulation, like you are doing data wrangling, right? So in R we call it data wrangling, but here we call it data manipulation. So data manipulation language are just what you use to manipulate your data. Maybe you want to filter, you want to do this, you want to all those things, anything we talk about manipulation. You want to filter, you want to, how do I call it, sort, the like. So all this data manipulation language. So we have the select, insert, update and delete. So there are still other. So we have the data control language. So data control, just like when you want to control something now, controlling, access, granting. So here we have the one that are used to control access to database and manage user privilege. So we have the grant, you grant people access. Then we have the revoke the privilege for people to access your database. Let's come again. We have the data definition language, data manipulation language, and data control language. Now also we have transaction control. So SQL provides system to control transaction and ensure data integrity and consistency. So some common transaction control system include the commit, rollback, save point. So if you are familiar with I forgot gits, so these are just like gits command that we use to control our data here. So transactional control. Alright, let's continue. We have the data query language too. So the data query language, this is now 5, right? Have the data query language. So the data query language, so they are the statements that are used for querying and retrieving data from the database. So most especially you have the select. So you can see that they are interwoven, the overlapping. The overlapping. During data manipulation, you can see that the select statement was there, and you can see that select again here. Let me go back so I can see what I'm saying. Here, data manipulation, you can see used to manipulate the data within the database. So some common DML statement include select. This same select, you are seeing it now here inside the data query language. Alright, let's move on. The next thing, to also do is creating and using a database. When you are creating and using when you are creating a database, so these are the steps that involves. So you have to first create the database. After you create the database, so you need to create a table, because once if you don't have any table, the database is not okay. Until you have one, two, several tables in your database, then that's when you can say, okay, you are creating a database. You first need to create the database one, then you create a table. After you create a table, now you can now load data into the table, or at times you enter the data manually yourself, depending on as the case will be. Then you can retrieve it also from the table in various ways. Either you're writing the query or just going through some manual ways and retrieve your data. Then you can use multiple tables using joins and the likes to retrieve data on your database. Alright, so this is where we will now start our practical aspect of data SQL practical aspect. We will, in the next session, I will be creating a database. In that database, we create a table. Then we also load data in the table, and I will show you some trick, because most time people don't understand how to load data in their MS SQL. So most times will be giving you issues, error and the likes. So I don't want you to fall in the same error. Now I'll be loading my data. I'll be loading my data first. Now here you can see my also. So I want to go and search for my downloaded SQL Server 22. You can see here Microsoft SQL Server 20. So you click on this arrow down, then choose this one, SQL Server Management Studio 20. If you are using newest version, maybe 21 problem. So this is one I'm using, 20. So I click on it. So once I click on it, it starts loading. So I have to wait a bit. It shows. I have to wait a bit till it shows. Now you can see it's coming up soon. Version 20.1. So some of you might have 19, no problem. Still the same. Just a slight changes. Just a slight change. Now, all right. Now, first thing that once you come up with your database, it will ask you to connect to the server. So the server type is database engine, server name. This one is just like in your own phone now, your own laptop, on your own laptop. So your laptop name, /SQL Express. If your laptop name is HP, it will be HP / this. So, and if you have two or more, you can click this arrow to show you. But I only have one. I don't have two. I only have one. So then authentication, Windows authentication, leave it like that. If you choose server authentication, that means you are connected to the server directly. So you will be asking for password. I'm not good at this, so I don't use it. So this is the one I'm using. I'm using Windows authentication by Windows. You can see HP. Okay. Then trust the certificate. Then click on connect. Now I've connected to the access. Now before we start anything, let's try to familiarize ourselves. It asks me to update. I don't need to update to be taking longer time. I don't need your update. Now before we start, now let's try to maximize. You need to understand this interface. Just a normal circumstances. When you are applying any application, you should know that you have this menu tab, this file, edit, choose and the like. So this file now, once you click on it, you can see what it brings. You connect to Object Explorer, disconnect Object Explorer, all this Object Explorer, just what we just did now. Once, don't worry, you get there. Your object can be file, table, reports and the likes. So then you can create a new project, a new file, and the directs new query, new database engine query, server, MDX query, DMX query, manipulation expression. So all these things you can save recent file, all those things. Yes. Then edit too. In this edit, you can go to so place in your script, in your query. Once you have written query, because we didn't get any query, so there's not any way we are going. You don't go to hold go to file, go to recent places, then view your Object Explorer. All this place are the Object Explorer. Object Explorer details, register service, solution explorer. So all these things you don't actually need them. Then the SQL server provider, don't worry, as time goes on you get to understand all these things. Then your windows too, you float your window, you can, don't worry, all this floating, just like this place now, you want to float it so that you can move it anyhow. That is what it is, floating. So I don't need them, just leave it there. Show sidebar tabs. Okay, this is sidebar. So see if I show, okay, you are gone. Then what next? Undo. Okay, undo. Help, add and remove help content, again can support. So all this place too, you can see here is new project. The same thing in file, you can see Ctrl Shift N. Alright, here open file, you have to see select as a new query, data engine, analysis server, and the MDX. You can see they are still what we thought I've showed you from this one. So alright, they're just like frequently used this thing for you. This is redo, undo, and the likes. Active monitor, the likes. Now, based on our instruction, what we're to do for this class now, this first class, is that we will be creating a database. We also create a table and also load our database with data. Alright, then we will retrieve data from table in various ways. So this is what we're going to be loading our database with. You can see these tables, all this one, that one will be loading our database to our database. So we'll be loading it to our database, all these things, and what will be loading into our database. So let's go there now. We are starting fully now. So the first thing, based on this now, you can see creating the first thing, we want to create a database. Now here is the database, our Object Explorer. You have the general, the server name here. This is our server now. Inside the server, what you can find databases, you can find security, server objects, the replication, the management, and provider. Now under the database, now here are what it entails. It is the system database snapshot. You know what snapshot, that you just like you did a photograph, you snap picture. Then in this now I have several database I've already worked with. You are the submit tutorial, not win, portfolio project, property, SQL tutorial, test data. So for this is submit tutorial, right? Let me click if there is a data there. Since let me check the tables are there. Okay, so we won't use this database. We say we want to create our own database, right? So now since that we want to create a database, here you go. You can see my add database. You right click on this. You can see once you right click on it, it brings databases. So you now say click on new database. Now once it comes, it will ask you the name of your database. So let's name this one, because all this data I want to work with this with movie. Alright, let's say movie, MOVIE. Owner, I'm the owner. So if you like, you change it and say put your name there. Let's say Said. Then you can see automatically it will create a row. Worry, initial site, you can see it will create it for you automatically. All this one, the parts, you can see automatically. Then the log, these two files will be created for you automatically. If you want to add anything more, you can add, but you don't need it. Alright, just click on OK. So you said owner file for that big movie, and okay, since it cannot move, it cannot find my name, just leave it. Okay, let me redo it. Let's start again. It has even created the movie for us, you can see. Now it has created a database for us, but just that the name that puts there, it has automatically put it in. It has automatically created a database for us. This is movie now. Let's expand, clicking on this plus. Now here you can see, do we have anything in this table? No table. Check for this one, sharpness. Abi, you can see table there, and inside this table you can see on our home movie, under table, is there anything here? No table there, so don't worry, we get there. So now, since we don't have table, we need to create table. Now here again, just right click, new table. You want to create new table, but this is not what we do. I'm not creating table here today. We want to load first. Based on this, our instruction here. Okay, let's create table first. Okay, let's create a table. Let's say we want to create a table. Now here under this table, right click table, on this table now you can bring table from any file. It's not a table, normal table. Let's create table. Now you can see how it comes. Column name, you must know in table contains several columns. So let's say in our table we want to have a table that contains students, or let's say student ID, student name, and student age. Student ID, name, age, score. Good. So our column now, the first column, ID. Alright. Now here in this data type, ID should be normally, you know, it's number now, so that's why here now is the anchor, which is character. Anchor, you have numeric, variable character, real number, smaller. So let's choose a numeric number. Numeric number. Allow node, which means if you allow node, which means you can, it will accept the data. You didn't put anything there, but because it is ID, it is not something you allow null. It must be present there, based on how it should go. Here like this, don't allow null. Next table I will need here. Come here, click on it again. So the other student ID we have. Should we have first name and last name? Yes, here's the first name. First name. Let me check something. No, look at this. First name. Okay, it accepts it. I am thinking it won't accept the first name. I'm thinking it won't. Now here name is character bit. You can allow no if you like. Character 10, which means that this 10 shows that it won't accept more than 10 if your name is so longer that it's more than 10 character. So let's make it, instead of 10, let's make it 20. Alright, here last name. You can see something here. When I put it together, you can see how it shows. Here that is not together, you can see how it shows. So it's better when you are doing something like this, make sure they are together. So let me change this one and make it together so that it will be fine, because this is the normal method of database. First name, last name, and character 22 is 20. Then allow now. Here the third one, I need age. It should be in numeric. Numeric. All these things, all of them, they have their own use. So any numeric. All this one, let's change it to text. Down to text. Okay. At least we are done with this now. We are done. Once we are done with this now, so just press enter. Alright, so we are done. Press enter. Now Ctrl S or save. Now after you press Ctrl S. Now it's asking us what is the table name we want. This is all we need, right? So it is asking us what do we need. So the name for the table. You press Ctrl S, which is to save, or you come here and press this. So now table name, I want to say student. Yeah, I just put as student, student, student. That's the table name. Press OK. Voila. Now it has saved. Now here, is this showing? No, it's not showing. Come back to this area. I see here, which is refresh, or you press F5. Refresh it. Now you can see database.students. So this is how you start creating your database. Now we've created a table, but do we have any information inside that table? No. Is there any information inside that table? No. So here is where you start. If you want to put something inside the table now, the same way you come inside this table now, right click on it. This is table. This one, this. So inside this table now, click on this table. So I didn't know this is what I want to do. So inside this database student, edit top 200 row. Yeah, you can come to this edit top 200 row. So do you have anything there? No. Yes, you have anything. So we are starting from the first person. Let's say this first person means only is student ID is S01, full name. So sorry, because you can see it says invalid value for the one, because the one we choose here was numeric. That's why it's not accepting it. Okay, now let's just say student ID number 1. So the first name is John, the last name is why this red? This red has changed. Okay, because it was not safe. Okay, the last name is Frederick, and the age is 18. Now this is one person. Next one, let's say the next person is number 2, right? And the name is Blessing Fred, and she is 17. 17. So now that we are done, just press Ctrl S, or you come here, click on save. Alright, enter. So I click on enter. Once I'm done, Ctrl S. So it is there. It is there now. So I'm done with what I'm doing. So execute SQL. It is good. Now go back to my. I have created a database. I've also created a table, then input data into my table manually. So the next thing to do is to load data. Let's load data. Now I've done with data DB student, right? So let's check this data. Let's query it first before we load data. So the same thing here, you can now say, just say select this one. Well, it's not up to, but at least to show us. You see, select. These are the patterns. Select top, but because we don't have up to it, it only shows us these two that we have. Select top 100 ID, first name, last name, age. These are the columns from movie.dbu.students. You can see. So this is how it goes. Now the next thing to do now is to actually load the data into data sets. Now get this thing. Most times most students do have issue with this loading data into MS SQL. So the practical solution that I was able to get over the time is that when you want to save your data, make sure you save it as a old Excel format. Now this is our database. This is the Excel sheet, our main worksheet. Now if you want to save this data, for instance, you click on this file, hello, save. Let's say save as. I'm still happening. Oh, now here when you want to save it, you have type the name. Here this XLS, you can see Excel 97 to 2003 workbook. Please, that format is the best format that will work. Don't use any other format. The Excel 97 is the best to use. It access to a lot. It's easier to take in, or you use comma separated file if you are like this one, comma delimited. And if you are on Macintosh, use this one. If you are MS this operating system, and this one too. But so this is the one I always use. So when you use it, you click and save. Once you save it, then it will be easier for you to actually bring it inside. Alright. That's how you say continue. Those things will come. Continue. So now that I am done with this, so let us now load our data. Go back to our Excel sheet. I want to load data. You can see here I'm only having DB with student AB. So come to this table. No, this table or this here. Click on it. You can see this movie. Then task. Under the task, import data. Alright. Again, let's move from this movie. Right click. Then go to task. From task now, import data. If you want to import something like text file or CSV, that's when you use flat file. But the one I'm importing now is Excel sheet. So click on import data. Now this place is very tricky. It's a bit tricky. Please just get this thing once. Now this wizard will come up. So next, once it comes, so it asks you from your data source. Where is your data source? Where do you want? So now here you can see net framework. That is not what you need. Click here. You can see this arrow drop down. Click on it. Then because you are using Microsoft Excel, here this one. Other than you want to import CSV file, you click on this flat file. Anything .text or CSV, use flat file. But because we are dealing with Excel, I click on this one. There are still other source files that are there, but because we are dealing with Microsoft Excel, this is what we need. Click on it. If it is access this, but it is Excel that I want to use, click on this Microsoft Excel. Once you click on it, then the file part now, you can see it shows Microsoft Excel version. So if you are dealing with 2016 version, you can see different version of Excel. But because you are dealing with 97, Microsoft Excel 97 2003, then Excel file parts, click on this browse. So I know where my own is. So you should know where you save your own. So I save my own under documents. Then inside there is a document folder also. Inside that document, then a service folder. From service, now this movie is there. Click on it. Then you can see it shows many those that are there. So look at other data that are there. So this is the data there in my home. I see them. So let's just click on open. As I click on open, they are here now. Then click on there. Since the most of the data has a column name, so click on toggle this. If they don't have, so you just on toggle it. But I only have column. The first row I have has the column names. Then click on next. Click on the next. Now here is the destination file. So destination here also, you make sure you get it. So our destination is inside this space, Microsoft OLEDB provider, not driver. Please, this is the driver and here is the provider. You click on the last one here. Once you click on it, now server name, don't forget at the beginning. So this is your server name. Make sure it's the correct server name. This one, make sure it's the correct server name. Then here, nothing, leave it there. Database name, that is movie database name. At the beginning, you want to give it another name, you can rename it, but just leave it there. Alright, you can see at the beginning, you want to add it to any other database now. No, because it is this database I want to add it to. If you want to add it to Northwind, already for solo. So I'm interested in the movie. So the movie is there. I want to create a new one. Just create new. So now the next thing is to click on next. After this next, now it says that specify table copy or query. Specify table copy or query. Now copy data from one or more table is what I need. So when it's already choosing, click on next. After this next, now you can see different tables that are there, different tab. The other time, building, box office, building, and the like. So because I need this one that I need, I'm going to click on. I need this one first, this movie first. I need box office. I need building. Okay, let's just stop here. As time goes on, we'll still be importing other tables too. This is how far we are going. So after we are done with these three there, don't need anything, I don't need to map anything. So just click on next. Now you can see run immediately, save SIC, just leave it like that, run immediately. Then click on next. So source location is this, source provider is this, destination. Then click on finish. Now it's loading. Now it shows box office 14 row, DB building 4 row, movie also 14 row. Alright, so these are what the input has been executed. Successful, total 13, no error, success, no warning. Good, you are good to go. Then you close. Now impossible, is there anything showing here? No. Since anything is not showing, you have to come here and refresh. Hello, you come here and refresh. Click on refresh, then check your table again. You can see them, DB building, box office, and movie. They are here easily and easily. Now let's check the next thing to do. The next thing to do from this thing is to load data. We have to load data. Now retrieving data from the table in various way. So if you want to retrieve data from the table in video, let's just try just two first. Just two ways of retrieving data from the table. Now here is our table. Let's say this is a movie table, right? I want to retrieve data from this table. Now click on this. These are columns, right? You can see them. And click here. It shows. Okay. Next one. Now here. This is movie. Now right click on this table. Once I right click it now, and I'll say select top 100 row. They are not even top to 100. Happy? You can just see select 100 row. So it gives you those two that are there. You can see. So I just retrieve the data from the table. And if you want to do the second method that you can use is just to write the query by yourself. Let's say this is for this one, right? Now, something you must also note is this: at times when you are doing your own, it might bring error. If it is bringing error, please check this area. You must ensure that this area is shown. So if it's not shown, you change it such that it is connected to the root database. Maybe at your home you are connected to the master or model, so make sure it's connected to the database itself, which is the movie. Then run your query. Now the same thing that we did. Let's say I want to, you can see all these things now, they are the different query that we've run. So you can delete them. I want to delete them, or I don't need them. Now let me delete this one too. Now I want to run a query. So here, new query. Click on this new query, or you press Ctrl N. New query now is a fresh query. Now here under this, I want to select everything. I want to write a query. I want to query data. I want to retrieve some data from the table. Now this table that I want to use now, let's say I want to retrieve data from buildings, right? So select what's happening? Select everything from where? From buildings, right? So it's in see building. So since it's doesn't see building, you can see submit to that. So I'm looking for building. Let's see. Now you can cut this building like this from here. Yes, I'm building. So this star now means everything, all the column building. Alright. So once I'm done, you can just highlight everything. Then you can execute, or you press F5 on your table. Now I click on execute, you can see show me the building. We have building 1E, 1W, 2E, 2W. The capacity is 24, 32% on the likes. So the first one is to use your normal this thing, and the second one is to write query by yourself. Alright, let's see other ways to query data from the table. But this is where we'll be stopping today. So in short, we'll be able to explain how SQL works. Then we're able to talk about data, the different SQL language, like the data definition, data manipulation, data control, transactional, and data view. So all those things, please make sure they are at the back of your mind. May I show you how to create a database. Also, I've showed you how to create a table, then how to import or how to load data into your database. Then now the last one which we just did now is how you're able to create to extract data from your table. So the next class we will show you the next way. So with this, if you're enjoying this class, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and share to others. Till next time, when we'll be meeting, we'll be talking about how to create a database. So sorry I didn't show you how to write a query in order to create a database. No problem, we'll do that next one. Then we select query, this one I just did now, then retrieve information from the database, you can see. So till next class, have a wonderful day. My name is Sirimen Said Abdul. Have a blessed day, and bye for now.